Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel, Mr. Balloons, and today we are doing week 12 of the Barclays Premier League. We're going to start off on the 20th of November on a Saturday. Leicester City are home against Chelsea. I'm going to go 2-1 to Chelsea. Now Leicester City obviously drawing 1-1 against Leeds United. It wasn't really the best of games from them. I know Leeds have been good, especially with a good manager, and have finished 9th last season. But Leicester are a top 6 team. They should be maybe getting 3 points, especially looking at the stats. I haven't seen any of the highlights. Especially looking at the stats, they should be doing better than that. Leeds dominated that game. And because of that, I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea. Chelsea are just too good. I mean, they did draw 1-1 against Burnley, but other than that, they're being amazing. I think they'll be able to get on with 3 points. Moving on, Newcastle United are home against Brentford. I'm saying 1-0 to Newcastle United. Now, if Newcastle actually do survive, they'll be the third team in history to actually survive without winning their first 11 games, which is pretty decent. I think they will win this game, and I think they'll stay up. I know it's a bit biased, but I think they will. Especially with the new manager. January coming up, they are the richest club. I think they'll be able to stay up. Probably comfortable in 15th. But they're still, at the moment, really bad. But hopefully Eddie Howe can change the players. Because we can't sign him to January. Hopefully he can actually sort out the team. Sort out the starting 11 to actually do something. And obviously Brentford did lose against Norwich. So I think Newcastle will be able to pinch a win here. It'll be a very close game. Brentford probably deserve it. But Newcastle will pinch a little goal. Moving on, Burnley are home against Crystal Palace. I'm going to say 2-2. Now, Crystal Palace did get a good win home against Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-0, which is very good. They also got some other good results. They've been doing very well, especially after the transfer window. But they seem to like to draw, and they did draw against Newcastle, which I don't know how they did, but I think it's going to be 2-2 because Burnley did also get a draw against Chelsea and also did get their first win quite recently against Brentford 3-1, which is very good. They do have a good back line, Burnley, you know. Ben Mee at the back. They do have Nick Pope as well. They're not a bad team. They're just a bit old. They've got a good manager though, Sean Dyche. I think just be one of those draws. Moving on, Aston Villa are home against Brighton. I'm going to say 2-1 to Aston Villa. Now, yes, Aston Villa have not been on the greatest of forms. Last 5 games, they've lost all of them. Very surprising after the transfer window. They sold Jack Grealish, got in Bailey, Buendia, Danny Ings. They've already got the likes of Ollie Watkins, McGinn. They got a really good goalkeeper, Martinez. And they're somehow losing 5 games in a row when they look like they could finish top 10 this season. I think they still might have a chance of finishing top 10, but they would have to take an advantage that Brighton don't have the keeper in this game, because obviously he got sent off fouling Callum Wilson. It was tactical technically, because they managed to not get a loss and get a draw. So that was pretty good for Brighton. But they don't have the goalie. Aston Villa must be really frustrated losing 5 games in a row. They're going to go at it. I know I said it against Southampton, but surely this time they'll be able to get a win. They're home. They've got a good side. They've got a good transfer window. Don't see how they're going to lose this one. Yes, Brighton have played well, but a 1-1 draw against Newcastle, they didn't play the best. I think this would be a loss for Brighton. Not saying Brighton are bad or anything. They're still a really good team. I think they'll still have capability to finish top 10. Moving on, Watford are home against Manchester United, and I'm going to say 3-1 to Manchester United. Now, Watford did lose 1-0 against Arsenal. I mean, Watford, I don't know, I think they might go down. They haven't been playing that bad football, especially after a random result, 5-2 win against Everton. That was pretty good. Obviously coming against Manchester United, who have lost 2-0 against Man City and 5-0 against Liverpool, but they managed to win 3-0 against Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, Tottenham Hotspur haven't been on the greatest shape, but I still think Tottenham Hotspur are better than Watford. So Man United have to win this. You know, they've got the capabilities. They've got Ronaldo. They've got Sancho. They've got Rashford. You know, they've got a good team. There's no way they're going to let up any points. They're going to be frustrated after the 2 results against a really good teams, Man City and Liverpool, and they're going to go at it, and it'll be easy for them. Moving on, Wolverhampton Wanderers are home against West Ham United, and I'm going to say 2-1 to West Ham. Usually I do say Wolves to win, but I think now they're going to start falling down. I did originally predict them, I think, in 12th, in my predictions video of the league, but I thought they were going to do good at one point, but then start to fall off. I think that 2-0 against Crystal Palace loss was their falling. They're now going to fall down a bit and kind of have some average performances. I think West Ham are doing very well. I don't think they're going to finish top 6. They might do. I still think they're definitely going to finish top 10. I think they're definitely going to finish top 10. 100%. I think this is going to be the uprise, but I feel like they're going to fall down a bit at one point. But yeah, 2-1. Definitely. Moving on, Norwich City are home against Southampton. I'm going to say 1-1. Now, obviously, Norwich did get their first win against Brentford. Congratulations on them. They've also got the same points as Newcastle United. Obviously not the best of teams, especially after they sold their best player at the start of the season, Buendia, for some reason, and didn't really replace him at all, from my knowledge. But they're home. They're against Southampton. They like to draw. This is a winnable game. Obviously, Southampton have been in good form, but they like to draw. And Norwich are in good spirit after that win, and I think they'll be able to go in and get a draw. Obviously, Southampton can get a good win against Aston Villa, even with Aston Villa's poor form. But, you know, it looks like a draw bounding to happen. Moving on, Liverpool home against Arsenal. I'm going to say 2-0. Now, yes, Liverpool did lose 3-2 to West Ham. And can I also say, Trent Alexander-Arnold, lovely free kick. Fabianski had no clue. And to be fair, Alisson wasn't really performing that game against West Ham. All I've seen is the highlights, but from what I've seen, he should have stopped one of their shots, you know? Should have. Divock Origi also getting a goal, which is good. Also, can I say, Kurt Zouma got his first goal for West Ham, which is lovely for him. But Arsenal are a good team. I think they'll finish in 7th. I'm strongly with that. They will finish in 7th. I said that at the start of the season. I'm still saying it now. They're a good team. After winning against Watford, they've been winning against teams. They won against Spurs. But Liverpool, I think they're too good. I think they're such a good team. But Arsenal have been a bit faulty in the past few times. And Liverpool just have a too good a squad. That's it. Moving on, 21st of November. Manchester City are home against Everton. 3-1 to Manchester City. Now, Everton did manage to get a 0-0 draw against Spurs, which I did predict the result right, not the score. I said 1-1. It was actually 0-0. They did also get a red card. I don't know who got it, but I just know they got a red card. But, again, it was a good point to take away. I don't think they'll be able to get anything in there. I think they will have a bit of fighting spirit, but not enough against Man City. They're too superior over them. Too good of a squad. Even with the 2-0 loss against Crystal Palace, I think that was just a bit of a... Crystal Palace are on good form. Man City did get a red card. They weren't feeling the best. Just one of their off days against Crystal Palace. But they did win the last game against Manchester United, which was a big Manchester derby, which is very good. 2-0 win. Yeah, after that, they're going to win against Everton. Everton, I think they're going to do good, but not good enough to finish top 6. I thought you were. At one point, I was thinking, should I predict them in 6th? Nah, they're not good enough. Them being falling. I think they are going to finish top 10 just about, but they're not good enough to try and get any points against Man City. Tottenham versus Leeds United. I'm going to say 2-1 to Leeds United. Now, Leeds United have got 2 wins. A 1-0 win against Watford and recently a 2-1 win over Norwich City. The last game they did pick up a very good point against Leicester City. And they had loads more shots than Leicester. Obviously, I've already gone through this. Spurs haven't been on the greatest form, losing 3-0 to Man United, who did also lose 5-0 to Liverpool, and recently 2-0 against Man City. So obviously Spurs aren't playing the best. Only drawn against Everton 0-0, who lost 5-2 to Watford and 2-1 to Wolves. And they also had 10 men. I don't know when that was, but really looking at it, Leeds could pinch a win. They're in good form. You know they're a good team. They've got a good manager. I think they're going to push for that win. That will wrap up today's video. Hopefully you can like and subscribe. And always remember to turn on notifications. Never miss one of my fantastic YouTube videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.